Greetings and welcome back to Switch to Linux. This is the weekly news roundup. And the kitty keeps moving my camera, so hopefully it's in the good place. Kitty, are you done moving my camera now? Are you done moving my camera? He's like, I don't know, man. So, yeah, Kitty keeps moving my camera around, so I'm going to try and prevent him from doing that. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump on in. Let's see who is online right now. We got Quint Berkeley. Hello, y'all. How's it going down there? Quint, I just got to know, what is your thought of your exciting state representative down there in the news? What is going on down there? Are you guys preparing a vote to get her out? I don't know. Integer, Facebook, the one thing scarier than external OS. Yes, indeed. Hello, Sleepy. How's it going there? Tinfoil hat news. Ooh, I don't know. All right, let's see. So external OS, they say beta 2 will be up in a week, but that message has been up since last year. All right, I guess they missed their week, I guess. Facebook and kids, parents, what the heck? Well, but come on. Don't you trust Facebook? I mean, Facebook, they have an application just for kids. I mean, come on. Let your Zuck take care of your daycare. All right, my camera is slightly at an angle, so I apologize, everybody who suffers from OCD. My camera was sitting at a weird angle. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah, I should just never adjust the camera until we're getting ready to actually push the record button because, cat. All right, I think that's good. All right. Let's see, Cat Gamer, greetings. Vacuum cleaner smells like it will explode any minute now. Oh, boy. I bought a blender recently. Like, you guys notice that everything is declining in quality. So, like, the blender that I had until, like, 2012 or 13, I had since, like, 1980s. I took it from my mother's house when I moved out, and it lasted a long time. And then I bought a new one, and that one really only lasted a few years. So I bought a new one, and it's just such a piece of crap. I would like to go out and smash it, but I'm not going to because, hey, it does function. It just doesn't function well. It's got 5 speeds. They're all fast. Same thing with the latest blender or mixer that I got. Fast. And it's just like, dude, make products that actually have variable speeds. Belts, I think I've bought 5 belts in my life. 3 of them have been bought in the last 3 years because they keep on breaking. And they're name brand things. I'm not buying, allegedly not crap. I should just go buy the crap. They'll probably last a little longer. I don't know. But anyway, vacuum's dying. Caesar, all hail Caesar. How's it going there? Clocking. How's it going there? Elvis has entered the building. What's up, sweet mama? Lemler, greetings. KO2610, your number has been called. Hello, Anna Rita. Greetings. Thomas Holt, hello there. Also learned how to animate in Krita. Very good. Very cool. Bob the Hopper, how's it going there? What did you hop to recently, Bob? How's it going there? All right. They're only fined $5 billion. Yeah, $5 billion, Dr. Rob, how's it going there, Dr. Rob? K2 LED, how's it going? Cheers to you. I always play with your OCD. Anna Rita, this is for you. I'm going to hold like this just for a few minutes, just for Anna Rita. Ha, ha, ha. No, we won't do that. We'll be nice today, maybe. Oh, man, I had the camera perfect. And then Anna Rita had to go say something about OCD. And all right. Not been paying attention to politics in Georgia because I don't know what to think about it all. Oh, come on. It's the lady who's claiming that some guy came up and told her, go back to where you come from. And she actually turns out to be a big fat liar, as we finally got the police reports and the store footage. Not that the guy was necessarily the beacon of respectability either, but, crappiest dirt devil stick vacuum there can be. Yeah. Smashing stuff, send it to pizza. Where's pizza? Pizza. All right. Hello, Keegan. Greetings. Hello, Ricky. How's it going there? I have a cheese grater that I've had since 1979. Nice. It's engineered to fail after the warranty. Yep. Yep. If Facebook made an OS, it would be Extern OS, except for the fact that it would have applications that are designed to send our favorite lizard Zuckerberg information. Hey, Zuckerberg is not a lizard. I am a member of the reptilian alien race, and I can absolutely confirm he is not a member of the reptilian alien race. He's not a lizard person. And there's no other lizard people other than us. He is, however, part of the Borg. If you guys did not pick up on that, he is part of the Borg. So you will be assimilated. If you've ever wondered about that cyborginess to him, he is part of the Borg. Uninair, how's it going there? How is India doing? Hopped to Zoran, very good, very good. Things last you 5 years, be grateful. Yeah. Internet is atrocious tonight. Wow. On the mobile, we're racking up more data costs. Uh-oh. Well, you know, the show will be here later when you want to watch it, if you know. Or you just turn that bandwidth down to very small. Name brand versus off-brand. They very likely came from the same Asian factory. Yes, yes, yes. Next call will not be nice. Yes. Tried to be nice. This has been going on and off for a year now. Yeah, I've given up trying to be nice with some of these guys. They're just kind of crazy. Are we about ready to dive on into the privacy news? We are the Borg. Legal fireworks aren't helping my nerves. Yeah. We had people lighting off fireworks until about midnight around July 4th. I was like, all right, guys, it's about, like, I stay up late, but it is getting annoying. Pop, 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 pop. It's like, never try and record audiobooks, by the way, on 4th of July. Not that I was trying. I know better than that. But we were editing audiobooks. I remember we actually got our final edits for Happy Holidays in, I think, the day before I left for camp. And actually, they're already on Audible. That's a record. Unstable because of the code and new protocols add errors in size. Other reason telecoms don't dump money into maintenance. Yep. Dual booting Solus and Ubuntu. All right, very cool. All right, let's go ahead and jump on in. Let's see, what am I doing today? I'm doing private internet access as our affiliate. And I need my privacy on cue. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. This is the weekly news roundup, Privacy Edition. What's going on in privacy? Well, if you're using a VPN, you know that your privacy is not being invaded by your ISP, and so you can take a look at my affiliate link here for private internet access. You can connect multiple devices up to their network, and they actually do a very large amount of blocking ad networks as well. So it's great to keep some of that malware coming through the ad networks off of your computer, blocking ads without having to install an ad blocker, things like that. Use my affiliate link and you can get 2 years of access for $83. So use that affiliate link, which is in the description down below or on the screen, tlm.li/PIA. So let's go ahead and dive on into the privacy news. First, in the privacy news, guys, can we just stop with this crap? This is from the MIT Technology News. Turn selfies into classical portraits with an AI that fuels deepfakes. Guys, do we have that short of a memory span that last week everyone out there and their brother was talking about FaceApp, and then FaceApp, it's stealing your data. It's uploading photos to a server. Oh, in Russia, no doubt, no. A week later, now we're turning another one. This one's from IBM and Watson. Here's a tip, guys. The guys in Russia didn't do much, but IBM helped the bad guys in World War II collect up some of the other guys and run them through some showers. I mean, good. This is the same company behind this, by the way, that actually was stealing all your Flickr photos to train AI. Stop! Stop! Stop uploading your photos to these clouds! Just stop! You don't need your photos to be turned into classical images! For the love, people! For the love! Stop! Of course, this one's better. Is it safe? You might be worrying about the privacy implications uploading your photos, especially after the recent furor. Is that furor or furor? Ooh, over the FaceApp. However, the researchers have promised the pictures are immediately deleted after processing by their servers, and they won't be used for any other purposes. Yeah, I believe you, IBM, the very company that was scraping photos off the internet to train your AI and was stealing photos out of other accounts to train your AI without user permission. Oh yeah, I trust FaceApp over I trust this crap. Yeah, we don't actually need that. Let's have a look. Where is this guy at? Oh, come on. Where's the specific link to this thing? That's that. What I'm looking for is the actual link. There we go. AI. Oh, really? It's not even there? That was supposed to be the link. Unless my network is blocking it. Maybe my network's blocking it, be going, yeah, we think this is shady as all get out. So apparently it's supposed to be there, but their Nginx is not working. So yeah, I wanted to go through and look at their profile. Maybe they're like, this just doesn't have good optics. Let's just delete this stuff. All right. Apple. Oh, exciting. All right, fine. I'm okay with that because this thing clears cookies anyway. Apple contractors regularly hear confidential details on Siri recordings. I'm shocked. Are you shocked? Are you shocked that the smart speakers are collecting data and sending them back? Yes, even the privacy-focused companies like Apple are doing it too. It's not just Google and Amazon and Facebook and all. No, it's Apple as well. So apparently Apple contractors, they're contractors, regularly hear confidential medical information, drug deals, that's exciting, and recordings of couples, as part of their job providing quality control or grading. Ooh, we might be listening. Anybody ever see that notice on the bottom of your Siri application there? We might be listening to your conversations to give you a better user experience. You know, this is the same company that will actually sort your photos if you take photos and you then go like iOS 10 or later. If you have an iOS 10 or later and you use it to take photos, open up your photo app, go into your search function for your gallery and type in bra, and it's going to show you all of the pictures that show a woman's bust in there. Yeah. I mean, come on, guys. Sure, it may not be uploading those to their cloud, but that's still a little bit nebulous, by the way. Apple, let's see. Apple says the data is used to help Siri and dictation understand you better and recognize what you say, but the company does not explicitly state that that works, that work is undertaken by humans who listen to these pseudonymized, is that a word? I'm guessing that means pseudo-anonymized recordings. Apple told The Guardian, quote, a small portion of Siri requests are analyzed to improve Siri and dictation. Our requests are not associated with the user's Apple IDs. It doesn't matter! It doesn't matter! Siri responses are analyzed in secure facilities, and all reviewers are under obligation to adhere to Apple's strict confidentiality requirements. Yeah, because people in third world country factories getting paid a penny a day are going to absolutely stick to their contracts. These are the guys, by the way, there was a report, Louis Rossman talked about this on his channel, that there's one of these factories, Apple employees, these employees at this Apple factory, this Apple subcontracted factory, they were like literally digging holes in the wall, Shawshank Redemption style, to smuggle Apple parts out of the factory. Yeah, I bet they're, oh my Lord. So yes, Apple's doing it too. This is why I don't really want to use any of these smart speakers, people, and you probably shouldn't either. All right, tech firms can and must put backdoors in encryption. AG Barr says, oh, Lord, here we go again. By the way, did you guys know at one point in time that encryption was actually, it did actually have backdoors and stuff? And then I think it was around the Clinton administration, I think, they shorted up. And now we're going back and they're readdressing the same old stories that they actually got into the devices. And actually, if they spent more time trying to get into the devices and less time trying to make a political hay out of the fact that they couldn't get into the devices without the company's help, they actually would have gotten the data that they needed sooner, but it didn't matter because all the people were dead anyway, and it didn't really matter. All right. This is yet another one of these cases where they're trying to figure out everything that they can possibly do to try and make encryption illegal. And so that's kind of what they're doing. And the fact of the matter is, I do not want to see any situation where any police officer can just get into my encryption. How do I know he's not going to get into my encryption, dump a bunch of illegal stuff there, and then go, ooh, we found illegal stuff? You guys see that police officer? I forget. Was that Florida? No, I don't think that was Florida. I forget where that police officer was this past week. His body cam was turned off, and then surprisingly, he had this very high number of arrests for like meth addicts and stuff. And it turned out he was planting the evidence. He accidentally forgot to turn off his body camera at one point in time. They watched him planting evidence and ended up exonerating every one of his cases. But all of those cases, the people's lives were still ruined. I don't need backdoor governments getting into my stuff. And you don't need it either. This is yet another fight. Of course, I believe Australia just passed one requiring this. And, United States is coming down. They keep on trying. They keep on trying. They keep on trying. They keep on bringing. You know what we need in this country? We need something in this country that says if an attempt to pass a bill fails because it does not have popular vote, nobody can bring it in any way, shape, or form for 35 years. Because very clearly, this generation doesn't want it. Maybe that'd be a neat thing to do, right? All right. So they're talking about responsible backdoors, people. Responsible backdoors. Yep. Responsible backdoors indeed. Responsible backdoors indeed. And, so once again, the battle rages on. All right. On to our feature story. You guys remember me making this big deal about this Facebook. This is not just Facebook. This is the Facebook Children's app. Remember the app that none of these tech giants will allow their children to use because they keep their children as far away from their technology as conceivably possible. And you should too. All right. And so what ends up happening here is that they have this new Facebook Children's app, which is like literally approved for kids as long as you're like 5 or 6 years old. And then the parents had the ability to specifically say, you can connect to me, you can connect to daddy, you can connect to grandma, you can connect to Uncle Rob, and not Uncle John. He's a little crazy. Okay. Well, it turned out that there was this little bug in this Facebook thing that anybody could be added to group chats. And so random strangers were showing up and talking to your little children. Hello, Johnny. Is your mommy home? She's not. Oh, little Johnny. Let's talk a little bit. All right. And so they had this bug. Oh, they've notified some parents about a technical error, they said. Yeah, some technical error. Hi, parent. We found a technical error that allowed little Johnny's friend Bob to create a group with Johnny and one or more of Bob's parents-approved friends. We want you to know that we've turned off this group chat and are making sure that group chats like this won't be allowed in the future. If you have any questions about Messenger Kids and online safety, please visit our Help Center and Messenger Kids parental controls. We'd also appreciate your feedback. I got feedback for you people. Burn it with fire! Burn it with fire! Just burn it with fire! Here's feedback for you. Keep your children as far away from Facebook as you can possibly keep your children. Block it from your network so their little tracking pixels can't follow you around the internet. Keep your children off this crap. Why don't you keep your kids away from some of the computer technology a little bit too? I mean, really? All right. Facebook confirmed to The Verge that the message was authentic and said the alert had been sent to thousands of users in recent days. We recently notified some parents of Messenger Kids account users about a technical error we detected during a small number of group chats. Small number. Code word. All of them! We've turned off the affected chats and provided parents with additional resources. Why don't you provide them with a giant delete button instead, face crap? Bug arose and from the way Messenger Kids' unique permissions were applied in group chats. In a standard one-on-one chat, children can only initiate conversations with users who have been approved by the child's parents. But those permissions became more complex when applied to group chats because of multiple users were involved. Whoever launched the group chat could invite any user who is authorized to chat with them, even if that user wasn't authorized to chat with the other child in this group. As a result, thousands of children were left in chats with unauthorized users, a violation of the core promise of Messenger Kids. Facebook broke a promise! Are you shocked? Raise your hand. Oh, I got to put my hand down because I'm not shocked at all. Come on, guys. Keep your children away from this crap. The privacy flaw is particularly legally sensitive because Messenger Kids is designed for children under the age of 13 and thus subject to the COPPA laws. Guys, keep this technology away from your kids. All right. If you have family members, and this is the biggest reason I'm still on Facebook because of family. If you have family members that you can't get off Facebook because they won't get off Facebook, tell them, you know what? I'm closing my Facebook account. They haven't been involved in too many egregious violations. They're stealing our data. They're selling it to third parties. They're allowing our children to communicate with people we have not authorized to let them communicate with. If you would like to reach me, you can call me. You can email me, you can text me, or, shocking, if you live in the town with me, you can swing on by. You want to see some photos? Sure, I'll email you some photos. Maybe I'll mail you some photos. Maybe we'll just find some better service that doesn't actually treat us like prostitutes, and we can use that instead. That's my answer for that kind of stuff. I don't care what the reason is. I'm not using Facebook-owned companies. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. All right. There's a chest freezer in the basement that's been running for at least 40 plus years. Today, I literally heard of a Wi-Fi booster that's likely nothing more than a cheap antenna. Yeah, my phone is not connecting regardless having mobile data. Wife just sat beside me on the sofa. She says, hi, Tom. Hello, Anarita's wife. How are you? Grandparents have one, too. They last forever. Yep. My good Lord, is the Memorial Park in your... is this the Memorial Park in a residential area? Wait, what? Me? Huh? What? Who? Boosters can be hacked to be a router. Yes. Can we talk about the issue of Libras? Libras or zebras? Flame on. Once or twice is fine in the holiday, but I wish they'd finish. Yep. Fire, 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 fire. Father told about the Face app, and he said, why would anyone want to know what they look like when they get old? Wasn't expecting fire this early. Neither was I, man. It just happened. 10 minutes in and you have fire. That escalated quickly. Yep. It was like 10 to 14 when it was bought. Yep. Read about the science behind the showers and the scientists jailed for studying it. Yeah. Chest freezer is so cold it's frozen shut. Ripping off ideas like music intentions. Creepy crapple. Come on, kitty. Yes, I will pick you up. I will pick you up, so you stop doing that, because it's actually a little annoying. Thank you. There you go, buddy. Oh, boy. Chest freezer is so cold it frozen. Okay, ripping ideas off music. Yep. Saving it is blackmail. Saving it to blackmail future politicians. Right. When I first read 1984, people scoffed the idea of being spied on inside their own homes. Yep. Recording a couple of private moments, really. Yep. Evening all. Just came on time for the fire. Hello, Saddle Ridge. How's it going there? Weaponized blackmail. Yep. Okay. All you have to do is give it a good spring cleaning once a year and just keeps on going. I've watched the quality of consumer goods go down the tubes in my life. Yep. Recording you with the camera or your kids in the shower. Managements of Google and MS should be in prison. Yes, absolutely they should. Absolutely they should. Apple factories that have suicide nets because the conditions are so bad. Yep. All right. Even if it's open source, encryption algorithms can be backdoored. Yep. Absolutely. Too much government involvement. Responsible backdoors. Responsible for many ruined lives. Yep. My kids use the Facebook app if they can friend Zuckerberg's kids. Oh, they can't because they're not allowed to use it. Well, shove it. Yep. Try charter supplied router instead if they decide to leave me the right power cord. Appreciate that. Microsoft shows new safety measures. There's a video your children through any cam they can access. Yep. We're just watching your children for you, making sure nothing goes wrong with them. Yep, just watching them. Just watch them, be careful. Okay. Whoa. Hey, Jeff Hope, thank you for that super chat, my friend. Always appreciate that. Policy in my home daycare is no electronics allowed as kids need imagination and creativity. Absolutely. Yep. I was getting a pizza one night and a lady posting pictures about her child. I said to her, how much do you think Google or social media will know about your child by the time he's 18? She said a lot. Yep. All right. Thank you again for that, Jeff Hope. Always appreciate that, my friend. See if your precious photo come over for coffee, and then I guess, yeah, your bikini photos will not be seen by me. Paid the bulletin, reactivate my account because the people I do work for strictly use Facebook Messenger and Facebook. Yeah, I know. Happened to my Meteor mic. This one just works better for the green screen setup. This one works better. And there's a soundboard on this one too. I can actually do more fine tuning with the sound on this mic. Although it might be a little low. Actually, it wasn't. It's low now. It wasn't very low when I was screaming. I think I redlined it a couple times. Woo. All right, pretend. Okay, it's getting on buffer on Chromium, so I switched to Firefox. Seems all right. Sad world. Yep. People are too stupefied to leave. They must think the whole world will fall apart. Calling email and text should be the best way to contact people. Facebook needs to be ran. Of course, of course, if you're using Gmail and stuff, they're still tracking your stuff anyway. So, I thought I hid the mouse cursor on this thing. Oh, well, I guess I didn't. My apologies. Client just started using Facebook ad agency, and I expect they'll try and drag me back there at some point. Yep. Their way to hide backdoor functions on an open source program? Probably. Recompile it yourself. Like, Lux is an open source application. Find the parts involved in a backdoor and strip it out and recompile the thing. See if that works. I don't know if that would work or not. I'm not a cryptologist, so. No matter how convenient these technologies are, my children are worth way more than convenience. Amen to that. Are we ready to get on with the business news? Welcome back to Switched to Linux. This is the weekly news roundup, and this is the business section. And today we're actually featuring my other company, which is a web design company. So I always talk about A2 hosting, and that's where all my clients are at. I am actually a web developer. So if you are in need of a website and you'd like a quote, feel free to reach out to me. I do have a voicemail service over there. You can leave a message there or respond on the contact form here on my site, which is going to be westernmountainweb.com. It's westernmtnweb.com. And that will be in the description down below, and I'll also throw it in the chat for everybody watching live. But if you are in need of a website or web consultation or some small fixes on your website, I do all of that kind of stuff. Just let me know and we will get you some information. All right, so this is exciting. First on our docket for the business news, Pinterest. Pinterest is in the news. They are introducing a more compassionate search experience for people in distress. What? What is this corporate speak? Well, they want to be more compassionate for people in distress. So if you go online and search for, how do I slit my wrists? Which you shouldn't do, by the way. Instead of giving you photos, they'll give you lines to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline instead. I concur. All right. This is probably all right. All right. So basically, they have identified certain things that they have said. Of course, those aren't terms I don't think people search for on Pinterest. I don't know. But anyway, if you're feeling stressed or anxious or sad or whatever else, and their algorithm has determined that, and you put in certain things, they're going to give you things about, I guess make you run through these things first. Instead, first resources, go for deep breathing. Say slow and steady, slow and steady. Feel your lungs expand. What is this? Like the Hindu weirdo-ness? I don't know. And then they're going to give you some phone numbers to national centers, whatever else. You're like, dude, I just want to look at interesting pictures. I don't know what you guys are thinking of, but by the way, support this channel on Patreon, patreon.com/TomM, TOMM, or thinklifemedia.com. There's the links for stuff upstairs. Amazon, switchedtolinux.com/support, because talk about this story first. This video is demonetized. I might not even try monetizing it. I don't know. But anyway, yes, if you are struggling with any of that kind of stuff, definitely call these hotlines for sure. If I think of it, maybe I'll put a line to them down there. But basically, Pinterest is identifying that they have seen a lot of people that are searching for things that could potentially be disturbing. And because of that, they are intercepting those searches and giving you more uplifting things instead. Which honestly, I'm 50-50 on this because, hey, I might be a writer writing some weird fiction book and wanting to see things. In fact, there was that fascinating documentary out there called Terms and Conditions May Apply, which is a fascinating watch. And one of the things in there is the Yahoo data, I think it was, they used. They were very easily able to de-anonymize it and find a guy who was searching for fun terms like how to kill your wife and how to hide a body and steak and potatoes and a few other little things. And they literally find where this guy is, and the reporter knocks on his door and it's like, have you searched all these things? Oh, yeah. And it turns out he was a writer for a very popular, I forget which series it was, but it was a series I've heard of on TV. He's a writer for it. So he's sitting home doing these interesting, weird search results. If that's your job, man, I don't want to be bothered by all of these photos. But literally, if you are dealing with these types of struggles, then yeah, it's a good thing in that case, but it's kind of context dependent. I think ultimately, though, Pinterest is meddling a little too much, not just in this, but I have one attached to my other channel that I've had for a long time, and I almost deleted it a few weeks ago because they were being very prejudicial towards Christians, and that's a Christian channel. And I was like, well, if they don't really want me there, maybe I'll delete the thing. But it's like, yeah, you know what? They don't really want Christians in the world anyway. But I'll stick there until they ban me, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, what do you guys think about Pinterest doing this? I'm on the fence. What do you guys think? Let me know. What I'm not on the fence of is this one. Microsoft being absolutely moronically stupid once again with their branding. I don't know what idiots they have in their branding department, but they all need to be kicked out the door. Like, they should have fired their marketing guys well before their QA guys, all right? So, of course, Microsoft fired all their QA guys right leading into the Windows 10 debacle, which causes giant nightmare. But hey, everyone's the beta testers now. What's the difference? So one of the criticisms I've always had against Microsoft as soon as they started going to any and all cloud services is that what ended up happening is they would name things the exact same thing. So like you had Outlook as the program. And if you've used Microsoft for the last 25, 30 years, you're very familiar. You know exactly what Outlook is. It is a giant centristic email client program for your computer to manage your emails and your contacts and your calendars and all this kind of stuff. And then what do? They come up with an application called Outlook, which is a web-based service to do emails and calendars. And it's two completely different services. And then they've literally done this for like everything. In fact, this was an early debacle on Windows. I think this has actually affected Windows 8 when they started switching to these apps. They had an app that was Internet Explorer, and they had an app or a program that was Internet Explorer. And if you're not a particularly computer savvy person, you blew it up Internet Explorer and you can't find half the functions because the app was stripped down, the program was not. But they had the same name. And Microsoft is repeatedly doing this. So what are they doing? Well, Office Online is now just being called Office. Instead of Word Online, it's just called Word. What type of morons are working over there at Microsoft? Are they just seeing how stupid they can be and not confuse their entire user base? So why are they doing this? Oh, because of course, and by the way, I have been telling you guys this for a long time, Microsoft is absolutely gearing up towards going subscription only with Office. That is their ultimate goal. They want to adopt that Adobe model. Adobe had the ability to pull it instantly like they did when they did, much to the dismay of people. Microsoft was being a little bit more cautious, but that is exactly their intention, and that's why they're doing this. So Office uses sub-brands to denote your offerings. Office 365 and Office 2019, because our offerings have evolved to provide access to apps on more than one platform, it no longer makes sense to any platform-specific sub-brands. Okay, that made no sense. Here's what they tried to say. Since you can get the application on a variety of different platforms, we're changing the name so they're the same thing on every platform. So instead of being Office for Mac and Office for Windows and Office Online, now it's just Office. Yeah, you go into your local Best Buy and you have a computer at home and you walk in, you want Word. They're going to say, are you on a Windows or Mac? I don't know. You know, there's people out there that don't know what computer they're on, right? I talk with them a lot. I have some clients that are like, what computer are you on? I don't know. What color's the mouse cursors? You know, they have different colored mouse cursors by default. You know, no, I don't do the mouse cursor thing. Just thought of it. But, you know, does it have a picture of an apple on it anywhere? I mean, really. Is it Windows? How do I tell? Oh, God. What version of Windows? I don't know. Can you send me a screenshot of your desktop? All right. Of course, at times we still need to make specific references to the web version of Office, so you can use the term Office for the web, which aligns with how we refer to Office on other platforms, Office for Windows, Office for Mac, Office for blah, 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 blah. However, the for the web is not a new brand or strict naming convention, so you may also use the technology on the web or on office.com or in the browser. It's important to note that this branding change only applies to the Office app, so they're not going to mess up the SharePoint Online, Project Online, Office Online Server, or Exchange Online. Those are not changing because they don't have it. Never mind. That would actually make sense, but they're not doing that. All right. So basically, they're just dropping this and making the confusion infinitely worse. So what's worse, that or this? Microsoft invests $1 billion in OpenAI to pursue the holy grail of artificial intelligence. Intriguing. All right. So with this, this is OpenAI. It's a giant, it's like a general all-purpose. If there's any one group that's going to become, I don't know, what's the best example I can think of? Maybe Vicky from iRobot, the one all-encompassing AI to control all. Maybe the Lord of the Rings AI version, one AI to control them all. That's kind of what this AI is. And Microsoft just invested $1 billion in this so that they can actually help develop the mother of all AI. Great. Once the mother of all AI is out there in the world, I think it might about be time to check out of the planet. So we are taking a few applications to join the reptilian alien race, just so you guys know. Get those applications in quickly. The next mothership landing will be right before, actually we changed the date. Because of this whole Area 51 thing, we decided we're going a couple weeks after in case we recover any of our injured friends who need to go back home to the home planet to rest up a little bit before coming back. So just be aware of that. All right, but anyway, Microsoft is investing in OpenAI to get the mother of all AI. So that's exciting. DoorDash. DoorDashing used to be a prank. Now I guess it's a delivery service. Never really heard of them, but they changed. I guess this is like an Uber Eats type model, I think, or is an Instacart type model. Whatever it is, you can actually, it's one of these app type things, these gig economy things where you can sign up and I think it's like an Uber Eats type. So basically you go around and you drop people off, or you drop off orders or deliveries, whatever else you're doing. And so they changed their model. This was like, whatever person thought of this, they're equally stupid and genius. This is kind of like when I was teaching organic chemistry. I gave the students this research project, and one of my students actually used Cliff Notes as a reference in an organic chemistry research paper. I was telling this to my cousin. He says, using Cliff Notes in an organic chemistry paper, genius. Referencing it in the bibliography, stupidity. That's what I feel like what they did. So what they had is, you would go in and this company will promise a minimum wage, basically. And whatever that wage happens to be. I think it was like a minimum of like $6.85 per order was the guarantee. So the customer could, through the app, leave an extra tip. So what the company was doing is they were taking all of that extra tip and they were using all of those extra tips and distributing it out to the people who didn't tip or where the service did not reach this minimum threshold of $6.85. And so that the company was breaking even out of the tips that were meant to be for specific drivers. So some people, they would not get any of their tip. Some people would get a little of their tip. Almost nobody get all of their tip. All because they decided that they were going to take all of the tips and just use it as a giant pool to make sure that everyone got a, quote, livable wage. All right. So after this debacle occurred, a lot of people were complaining. So now they said, oh, well, that was a mistake. We were trying to do something somewhat logical. Not really. We were trying to save our own pockets, really. But now we're going to give 100% of the tips to the people who earn them. So what they did is they had a computation formula critics said amounted to DoorDash pocketing drivers' tips. On Tuesday, DoorDash CEO Tony Zhu announced on Twitter that the company would change its compensation formula so that drivers' earnings will increase by the exact amount of customer tips on every order. It's clear from recent feedback we didn't strike the right balance. What right balance? You went in, bashed people over the head, and took their money. There's no balance in that at all. He insists that they never intended to take the driver's tips. No, they never intended to get caught taking the driver's tips. Rather, he said the goal was to protect drivers from low earnings in cases where a customer failed to tip. Again, this makes no sense. You can tell a PR person's talking because the blabber is coming out. Words are coming out, but they don't make comprehensive sentences. If the driver's total pay for a job, DoorDash base pay rate plus any customer tip fell below a DoorDash determined minimum, DoorDash would make up the difference. Actually, the customer tips would make up the difference, but that's another story. Of course, this is mathematically equivalent to a system where DoorDash simply pays every worker a standard rate, but confiscates the first few dollars of every tip. So for the first order, the guarantee was $6.85, and the customer, the woman of Boream Hill, who answered the door in a colorful bathrobe, tipped $3 via the app, but I still received only $6.85. If the woman in the bathrobe had tipped $0, DoorDash would have paid me the whole $6.85. Because she tipped $3, DoorDash kicked in only $3.85. She was saving DoorDash $3, not tipping me. So they say they're going to revamp its pay system to ensure that every dollar of a tip goes to the drivers. We'll have specific details in the coming days. Yeah, I hope you do. All right, on to the balderdash of the day. Oh, Lord. From Bloomberg. So, of course, President Trump has been doing all these things with all these tariffs and saying, hey, we're going to jack up tariffs and prices. And the purpose of jacking up these tariffs and prices, the specific purpose here is to make sure that it's more expensive to go make stuff in China and ship it back here than it is to hire American workers. That's the purpose. It's to stimulate the job economy here. So Apple had a manufacturing plant in Texas that was in full operation. They closed the plant, shipped all of the work to China, and then has the audacity. I mean, this takes gonads. The audacity to say, hey, President Trump, hey, Prez, we're tight, right? We need an exclusion for the tariffs we're sending to China. I mean, come on. This is going to hurt our bottom line. So they closed a factory that was in full swing in Texas, moved all the manufacturing overseas to China, and then has the audacity to ask the government for an exclusion for the tariffs. So They asked the Trump administration to exclude components made from the forthcoming Mac Pro. This is the Mac Pro that if you deck it out costs more than a car. This is like a $35,000 computer if you deck it. I think the base model's like maybe $8,000. I forget. What's the base model? Anybody know off the top? But they're asking for exclusion to ship the computer components weeks after planning to relocate the production of the line to China from Texas. California-based tech giant is seeking relief from the duties of 25% key Mac Pro parts and accessories that go with it, ranging from the stainless steel and aluminum frame, power supplies, internal cables and circuit boards, and the optional wheels. According to the filings posted, U.S. Trade Representative, the documents don't specifically mention Mac Pro, but the features and dimensions resemble that planned computer. Now, there are some exclusions that are allowed. Does this have the exclusion list? Oh, bummer. This article does not have the exclusion list. So the exclusion list included things like fewer resources were needed. Like if all of the resources were mined in China, you could get them made and manufactured in China. If there's something that the Chinese factory could do that an American factory couldn't do, or if it would seriously hurt the economy. The thing is that Apple says this seriously hurts our economy, our personal economy. I mean, shipping this over there, this hurts our bottom line. That's really what their problem is. Because I don't even know. I'm not even going to wager it because. This is just absolute insanity. Now, for all you guys that are complete anti-Trump guys, just take a couple deep breaths. Trump said no. You're closing down a Texas factory to move it to China. You ain't getting an exclusion. You've already demonstrated it can be manufactured here. He says, keep the jobs in America. You don't get an exclusion. Way to go, Trump. All right. Let me know what you think of all that in the comments down below. All righty. Where we at? Did I not lose? Oh, I did not mark my place. No. Oh, you know what? I left a comment there. All right. Let's see. Oh, CJ, the girl's watching. Uh-oh. Hey, CJ, your digital girl's watching. Oh, he's rolling over to show his belly for you now. All right. Have a website listed and don't pay AdSense money to Google. No Facebook. I don't exist. I mean, you might think about throwing some ads on one of them, honestly. Google might not be bad. They will drive traffic. Throwing Google ads will drive traffic. How do you go about setting up your own business VoIP? There are things online. We can talk about it later. All right. Rather manage myself and not pay a monthly fee. All right. Oh, that's right. Quint has actually done that. Ask him. All right. Feeling to the point of going into deep depression, go to the hospital, make an appointment with a psychologist. Yes, there you go. Not a bad thing if someone's generally distressed as long as they're referring people to correct services. There you go, yeah. You can be on record as mentally imbalanced. Don't think so, yep. Hello, Steve. How's it going there? You'll still need to pay for SIP trunk if you want to make outbound calls. All right. They don't care about you. It's a censoring tactic. When they don't want you searching for a topic they deem unsafe, freedom of speech. Yeah? I was in a Hobby Lobby yesterday and I had a conversation with the manager. I was talking about that. Very cool. I forgot what you were talking about, but and hello, CJ. How are you doing? And hello, CJ. How are you doing, Kitty? All right. Alrighty, let's see. Suicide, largest cause of death in Australia, and people less than 45. People need help. They should get it. Windows nowadays seems to hire monkeys to do beta testing. Oh, yeah. It doesn't even hire us. Alright. Microsoft is just making things so complicated and confusing. Yep, you know. Alright, just sitting here agreeing with him about morons working for Microsoft. Yep. All right. I think they call it brand recognition, and the sheep that follow brands for whatever reason. Apple, Microsoft, Windows 10. All right. LibreOffice works for me to write documents. Yep. Absolutely. All right. I think it's mostly young girls who are using Pinterest. So in my eyes, the change is good. One girl in my school had cut herself all over the arm. Ugh, that's not good. All right, so maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. Let's see. All my devices and what operating systems and versions, but I forget the stupid stuff. Yeah. Now there's some people that just don't understand. I mean, I've got some clients who are looking for some things online, and rather than sending URLs, I was getting links that were like saved page as web pages. I don't know. I don't even know how you do that. I don't know how I was getting those things. We were able to figure it out, but it was just interesting. Believable how you do not know if you're on Windows 10. Have to have the Office desktop apps for school. I don't plan to update them. AI, smart tracking software. Yep. Love Microsoft with all my heart. Yep, we know you do. All right. So my friend from work has a spy cam on his own son. Do you think that undermines trust between a father and a son? He's doing this because the son is spending too much time on his Xbox. As far as like monitoring and tracking software, this is an interesting one that I've had to think about and discuss a lot, because there is such a thing as accountability, and there's such a thing as lack of trust. And if you're doing it because you have lack of trust, then that I think is a problem. If you're doing it for accountability, I don't think it's a problem. And the accountability is everyone agrees, hey, we're doing this for protection. So, I mean, if I had that case, what I would be doing is nearly any router you could go into and you could set hours he could be on the thing. I mean, if his kid's spending too much time on the Xbox, now it depends on the age of the kid. If the kid's like 10, dude, tell him, I'm sorry, man, you can't have the Xbox for a while, and take it. Make the kid do something else for a while. Make him get outside, do whatever else. If he's like 15 or 16 or 17, you might just be like, hey, you can't play this unless you get a job or do some other contributing factor. You really handle it. Now, putting a cam, it depends. If the kid knows about the camera, if he knows about it, that's somewhat more acceptable. If he has no idea about it, that's flat out wrong. I mean, the kid could be doing goofy stuff in front of the camera and, not realizing there's a camera there. And, we all do stupid stuff when we think no one's watching. That's the reality, and that's, so I personally, I would not do something like that. Unless it was clearly for like a protection. Like if you got 5 or 6 kids and, you're staying at home with the kids, the spouse is out at work, and you're taking care of the baby upstairs doing a bunch of stuff, and you throw a webcam in the playroom so you can monitor the activities of the playroom from the kitchen when your kids are little kids, that's completely acceptable. But if you put a camera in a 13-year-old's bedroom, that's just wrong on so many levels. So it really depends on the context and the circumstances and the situations and where it is. But yeah, it's really contextual. But all right, words are better. That's right. Made Subway-like sandwiches. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. DT, how's it going there? Hey kids, do you want some candy? That's right. Ashton never got notified. No. All right. Having tea with Bigfoot in the woods sounds like a better society than the AI tech. Yep, indeed. Oh, Kitty, please don't touch the keyboard or the camera. My hand's not on you anymore. Sheesh. I can't stop and take a drink for a second, man. The kitty's going to go typing on the keyboard and knock the camera off the desk and all sorts of fun stuff. Not afraid of AI. I assume it's already advanced to agree the average person isn't aware of it. Yep. Favorite channels, I really enjoy it. Hey, no problem there. Is it Resonant Frequency? How's it going there, Resonant Frequency? Thanks for stopping by and commenting. An idea? How about paying a living wage to begin with? Well, there's a good idea. Paying living wage. That's exciting. I mean, who pays living wages these days? Do you guys see this is a funny one? Bernie Sanders had a whole bunch of people on his team quit. Of course, he's championing $15 minimum wage. $15 minimum wage. He wasn't paying his employees $15 minimum wage. Of course, he's also trumpeting 40-hour work weeks, 40-hour work weeks. He's requiring his workers to work 6 days a week on salary with no bonuses. Cognitive dissonance at its finest. Greetings, Dan. How's it going there? Yeah, Dan, it does look like that domain transferred. I do not see it in my account anymore. Make sure you change the contact information from my businesses to yours so that if there's anything important that shows up, you get all the info, not me. Ben Fitzpatrick may be doing a live stream tonight. All right. College kids need DoorDash to survive. Like they need to work for it or get it. I don't know. Switch to the desktop. All right. Tired and thankful it's Friday. Yep. Now you just had to mention our commander and thief. Oh, the MacBook Pro is is that what it starts at? The starting rate is 6,000? All right, let's see. On Zorin now for Big Daddy Linux Challenge. All right. Don't forget that the monitor stand is $1,000 extra. That's right. Get that monitor stand, yo. All right. I want to steal a new Mac Pro. Finally got to find a way to install Linux on it. H-top that beast. Yeah. All right. You can put Linux on them. You do have to go into the BIOS and change a setting, unless they've changed something else. But last I knew, they had toggled a setting in the BIOS that you can no longer boot off a USB drive or an alternative operating system. You can re-enable that. I think somebody knows the commands. It's like hold Command and Shift or something when you boot it on or something like that. I forget what it is. You can look it up. How to boot a Mac into BIOS. Just look that up, and then you can toggle it in the BIOS. Make a stand for Apple by $50 by going to Home Depot. Yep. Trump is still a loser. All right. All right. I have clients that are already planning to order dozens of new Mac Pros. Oh boy. Apple, overlords of Apple. Do we do our part to improve economy, or do we make ourselves wealthier? Someone call China. There you go. Bought an HP ProBook. All right. Very cool. Hello, Alexander. Greetings. Zorin OS 15 is working. Yeah, Zorin 15 is pretty good. Still America, or is it Chimerica? I think it's Chimerica. Proud to be a Chimerican. At least I know I'm being spied on. I gotta come up with a better song for that. Okay. Frying bacon as you speak. I just bought some bacon today. I brought home the bacon. I did not bring home the bagel, but I did bring home the bacon. Let's talk about Facebook, Microsoft, and Apple. This is going to be one of those Tom on Fire streams. DT, I was on fire within 2 minutes of the first news clip. Come on, man. You missed it. You missed the early fire. Yes, there was a lot of fire. There was a lot of fire. In fact, I believe there were 2 things of fire. Yeah. Do a video on JU Linux. You're the co-developer of it. Shoot me an email reminder and I will look into it if I get a chance. Fire occurred 10 minutes into the stream start. Yeah, which was right at the beginning of the first article run. Install my browsers and other stuff from the terminal. Apparently after going to pen testing sites all day, hot Russian singles want to meet me. By the way, use a VPN when you go to those. Catching on the replay. Yeah, I will have the, after this one's done, then I will pull out the privacy one. So the one with the fire is going to go out first. That's going to go out tonight. And then I will do this. I'm actually going to record a dedicated one on the Great Equifax scam, guys. I'm going to go on fire on that one. I am pissed off about what happened with that Great Equifax scam. And so that one's, there's going to be some fire yet tonight. So stick with me. There's going to be some fire yet tonight, guys. All right. Let's see. Use WaterFox. Firefox, you got a divorce 2 years ago. Yep. Okay. Most places you can't place cameras in bedrooms, bathrooms. I mean, if it's your own house, of course you have the freedom. But like if you're doing any type of service, any type of rental, like Airbnbs, yeah, you cannot put those. Like for your home stuff, putting a camera in your child's bedroom is not good. That is not normal, people. I mean, playroom, okay. Especially if it's an area you need to monitor because the kids are congregating there. I'm okay with a camera in a playroom. I'm not okay with a camera in a bedroom. In a bathroom? No. Socialist country pays living wages for the most part, which is why many gig economy companies are being closely examined. That's good. Channel showing ancient aliens, a reptilian agenda. Oh, it's all lies. It's all lies. I promise. Which trip code? No, I've never heard of trip code that I know of. Huh. Plan to use Jitsi for it so that people can join. All right. Yeah, we'll probably have maybe 20 or 30 more minutes. So if you want to time it around then and give us the link when we jump off of here, we can do that. Benjamin Eldridge, how's it going there? Just got the baby to sleep. All right, there are reptilian human hybrids among us. I know, I'm one of them, Dr. Rob. You didn't know that? I'm a reptilian alien. Wage hours. These are the minimal standards to run an efficient campaign business and effectively and efficiently in comparison to other campaigns. I'm sure it was an afterthought. Being spied on is a feature. That's right. The eagle farted today. Fire and bacon go well. Women problems, tone of voice is more important than actual words. Just calmly and gently remind her, by the way, dear, I use Arch. Kitty's helping. Yes, the kitty is indeed helping. In fact, there's the kitty right there. Put the kitty on the screen for you guys. Alright. Seen some of those things those baby monitors pick up. No thanks. Yeah, being forced to allow companies to have our personal info is wrong. Yep. All right. Should we do the Sillyville or should we record the Equifax? Let's go ahead and do the Sillyville, and then we will go ahead and record the Equifax. We're not going to record Sillyville. Hey, Kitty, I'm going to put you down because I want you to stop messing with my camera now, okay? You can come right back up for the next comment read. Go on. Thank you, buddy. All right. Let's, whoa, I got to readjust myself. Let's head on to Sillyville. Take a little detour through Sillyville. Of course, presidential candidates are dumb. All right, this one here, lordy. This one here is just like, I mean, hey, this nutritional stuff catches my eye. Arkansas, take that. Just don't replay this in Arkansas, people. You might get it. Might be against the law. But Arkansas has a ban on veggie meat labels as total baloney, says Tofur. How do you pronounce that? It's like the tofu turkey company. You know, they make tofu meat stuff, which I'm not sure why you'd possibly like. Okay, hey, vegetarians and vegans out there, I don't understand you don't want to eat meat. Stop trying to simulate our products, will ya? vegetarian bacon. Shut up with your vegetarian bacon. You want to eat bacon, eat bacon. Get some good old pig skin in your body. Stop trying to duplicate our stuff. Like, I saw a vegan chicken broth the other day. I kid you not, a vegan chicken broth. What is wrong with you? It's like, you want to, like, duh. I don't know. Want to be a vegetarian? Fine. Want to be a vegan? Fine. Stop trying to imitate our food. Now, all that being said, this is the stupidest law I think I've ever actually seen. Tofurkey. Thank you, Baron. Tofurkey. All right. So a law has passed in Arkansas that new food labeling law prevents the makers of meatless meat products from using words such as burger, sausage, roast, jerky, and meat in their labeling. Hey guys, you know what the inside of a cantaloupe is called? Meat. Did you know that? It's called meat. Yes, it is. Okay, a burger specifically refers to having some type of patty. Doesn't matter if it's beef or ham or pork or a compressed blob of soy and vegetable. Putting that on a bun with toppings is what defines a burger. A sausage is literally anything wrapped within a casing. These are like technical food terms. A roast means putting something in a convection oven to cook thoroughly, like roasted potatoes. Jerky, I don't know of any plant thing. There probably is, but a jerky is defined as a dehydrated, salted substance. Usually that one's meat. I don't know of a plant-based. If you know of one, please let me know. But that's why this law makes zero sense. It makes no sense at all. So instead, veggie burgers and sausages will have to be served up with unappetizing descriptors like savory plant-based protein. Now, did you guys know in the creation of like the sliced cheeses, the Kraft cheese? By the way, this is a fun little aside. If you want to see something fascinating, go to the grocery store and look for the big packs of cheese and the small packs of cheese, like the 24 packs and the 16 packs. Grab them, hold them side by side. The slices of cheese size are slightly different. Did you know that? All right. Anyway. That's an aside. But when those types of cheeses, the slices, Velveeta, when these things were made, there was this giant lobby from the cheese industry to name them adulterated cheese, or they actually didn't even want to use the word cheese, but they finally wanted to settle on adulterated cheese. Back then, adultery was still considered a bad thing. So it still is now, of course. But, in this, they wanted to do this because they thought that these synthetic chemical-based cheeses, which you should not be eating those, by the way, they're not good for you. They did not want these things called cheese. They just didn't want them called cheese. And this law sounds the same way. I'm not a consumer of these products. I am perfectly happy to have them sitting in the grocery store. No problems at all. Because there's people that don't want to eat meat for whatever reason. Maybe you think it's healthier. I'm going to disagree with you, but hey, we can come to the table and I'll eat my burger and you'll eat your burger and we'll be happy and we can discuss it like ladies and gentlemen. That's okay. You might think that I just don't want to contribute to the slaughter of animals. Hey, that's okay. Whatever your reason is for being a vegan or a vegetarian, that's fine. And I appreciate that there's companies that come up and try and produce products for these people. Okay, but one of the distinctive things, if you go into the grocery store, and I do the shopping in my house, if you go into the grocery store and you look around, what you find is that these things are very explicit that they're vegan or they're vegetarian. There's never been a question when I'm browsing through the meat aisle, is this burger made of ham or soy? Well, first and foremost, nearly every grocery store I know separates your meat by the animal source. So this is the pork aisle. This is the poultry aisle. This is the beef aisle. This is the whatever in between that actually walks on four legs aisle. And over here, we have a vegetarian aisle or a vegan aisle. There is no question or doubt when I'm picking up a burger if it's a vegetarian burger, because it's very explicitly vegetarian burger. Okay? And so this law, which has a lengthy title, Act 501, quote, to require truth in labeling of agricultural products that are edible by humans. As opposed to what? Edible by space aliens? So it passes the Arkansas state legislature back in March. It essentially states that only animal-based products can be called meat or be labeled with the names of common meat products. Foods can only bear meat-related terms if the product is derived from harvested livestock, poultry, cervids, which is deer family. I probably said that wrong, but that's okay. Those who buck the law are faced with a fine of $1,000 per violation. So, oh, this is another one. I believe you can't even say cauliflower rice, if I understand this correctly. I mean, this is insanity. Now, you know what I would like to see a lot more labeling of? I absolutely want to see more labeling of GMOs. There's some GMOs I'm very leery of. There's some GMOs I'm okay with. Gregorian genetic engineering, I'm okay with that. In vitro genetic engineering, I'm not okay with that. If you don't know what that means, ask me and I'll tell you later. All right. And so with this, I really would like to see the options to see GMO forced relabeling. But this is ridiculous because, yes, the inside of a cantaloupe is referred to as meat. A burger is any type of patty in between buns. A roast is anything that was cooked in a convention oven. These are not meat-specific terms or animal product-specific terms, I should say. This law is ridiculous. You know what else is ridiculous? This presidential candidate, who I still don't know who this is. And really nobody knew who this was, but she showed up at the one of the debates, the Democratic debates, and right about this time she had a big spike because, of course, nobody knew who this was, and so everyone jumped to Google to go search it up. Unless you follow this channel, then you start paged it or DuckDuckGo'd it to look it up. And she's now suing Google for $50,000 for ad censorship. Why? Because for 6 hours they suspended her account because it was a brand new account that dropped thousands of dollars in buying ads. Sounds to me like she just wants a free $50,000 to her campaign. Because there's the Democratic way. We're going to go ahead and sue you and take all your money for ourselves. All right. So it tells an uncompelling conspiracy story. Now, I did not read the whole lawsuit, which is linked somewhere in this article here, which you can find the articles at switchedtolinux.com. Just look for this news article or this stream title, which is called Facebook Lets Your Kids Talk to Strangers or something close to that. You can grab the whole list. Grab this link, and somewhere in here is the link to this, which some people have said is absolute pure gold. They literally said that the lawsuit was actually a white paper for campaigning, is what some of the legal experts have read it. So basically she's saying that she lost out on a lot of potential ad revenue because her Google account ads were shut down for a fraud examination because it was a brand new established account that was just put up that placed a massive order for ads. You know, I'm okay with suing Google for some things. I think Google does some unscrupulous, stupid stuff, but this is such beyond insanity. Maybe this person should just drop out of the race right now because she has demonstrated here she has zero competence to be the president of the United States. If this person's name is on the ballot, I'm voting for Satan. All right? I hope I wasn't unclear. Oof. All right. Thank you, Paul, for that super chat. Always appreciate that, my friend, and you are welcome for the show. Don't let the children out of their cages, so there's no need for cameras. Had a long day, and we'll have an early day tomorrow. Oh, boy. Tofurkey. All right. Bluetooth is a backdoor to any cell phone. Yep. I've had a whole pig in the meat cooler. They did a pig roast for the customers' day. Nice. Made it for 10:40. All right, so 10:40. Ben Fitzpatrick will be doing a live stream. I will be done by then. Know that I thought melons had hearts. And vegetarian, but I hate fake meat. Just eat the real thing if you want. Yeah, it's the same thing with cookies. Like, dude, I am not a fan of these diet cookies. Like, ooh, it's slightly healthier. No, man, if I want a cookie, I want it to taste good. And it's not going to taste good if it's a diet cookie. Give me the sugar. Give me the flour. Give me the butter. That's what makes a cookie. You know, have a real thing. All right. But hey, man, if you love eating the vegetarian dishes and the salads and the stuff like that, dude, those are good too. Of course, I always put bacon and chicken and stuff on my salads, but you know, that's me. Okay, now we have vegetarians who are snowflakes. Yep. By the way, I'm a vegan, art user. LOL. All right. Savory plant-based protein. Why is dog food more expensive than hot dogs made for humans? I don't know. I mean, I thought it was cheaper. I mean, you can get that if you're flat broke. You can get that 70 ways to cook Alpo and enjoy it. Thank you, Paul, for that. Vegans have to take supplements. Yep. B12 specifically. Problems with protein. They have problems with the B vitamins. There are actually it's either 4 or 6 amino acids that you cannot get from plant sources. You have to get them from that, and your body does not do a good job of biosynthesizing them. But B vitamins specifically is B12. That's why there's fundamentally, at least in America, no way to get a good vegan study out in the scientific literature, because your control group to pass the human review committee always has to be supplemented with vitamin B12, which always adds confounding variables into your experiment. Okay, you must be the first art user to be vegan. There you go. Have an issue with vegans. I do have an issue when they try and force me to be one. Yeah. Feel healthier since limiting meat in your life. All right. Put soy in a lot of things, though. Yeah. Vegan bacon, that's just blasphemy. Yeah, consumers should know if it's GMO or not. Yep. Avoid processed food. Oreos are vegan, but so what? Just cut out the sugar. Yeah, that's the thing. If you're looking, if you're saying I'm going vegan for health reasons, I'm sorry that there's nothing healthy about vegan lifestyle. You go vegan for personal, ethical, moral reasons, hey, you win the argument. You know, I'm not going to fight against that. I can scientifically fight against why veganism is not a healthy diet. But exactly what Mitchell says, you know, Oreos are vegan. A lot of junk food's vegan. There's a lot of vegan stuff out there. I mean, you can eat vegan and still eat like crap. But if you cut out sugar, cut out processed foods, cut out processed vegetable oils, things like that, that's the thing that generally helps. And when you do a dietary shift, you know, and I'm not saying that CJ cut out the meat and you know, and is feeling better. I'm not saying in any way that it was the meat that was or wasn't causing the problems. But when you do a dietary shift, you oftentimes cut back more things than you think. You don't just cut back meat. And also, what type of meat is it? You know, if it's a lot of sausages or things with the synthetic sodium nitrates, like I always get uncured bacon, it's cured with celery salts instead, which doesn't have a lot of the chemical synthesizing stuff. That's the stuff in meat that's not necessarily good stuff. But when you start doing any type of dietary thing, you tend to, whether consciously or subconsciously, cut out other things as well. And so anytime you do a shift in diet, because you can be eating mostly plant-based stuff and shift to a almost pure meat diet, and that'll even make you feel better or more energetic. It's any type of shift, you oftentimes, when you do that shift, you tend to cut out some of the junk food that you might have otherwise had. It's the loss of the junk food and the sugar and the processed stuff is what tends to cause the problems in our life. In fact, this was kind of neat. I mean, when I was doing the toxicology stuff, something I didn't realize until I was digging into one of the pathways. Like we eat way too many vegetable oils. Vegetable oils, you should not have any vegetable oils in your diet. what the food that you eat from eating vegetables covers all of the vegetable oils you should have. We should have a ratio of about 1 to 3 omega-3 versus omega-6 fatty acids. But the typical Westerner has 1 to 26. So it's between 1 to 19 and 1 to 26. The thing is that the vegetable oils with the omega-6 fatty acids have arachidonic acid, which is the primary pathway. In fact, it's the only start of the prostaglandin pathway that causes inflammation. This is why we have so much cancer and heart disease and all of these other metabolic diseases, is because our bodies are too susceptible to inflammation because we have too much arachidonic acid, which is coming from this massive, excessive amount of processed vegetable oils, which are not in any way, shape, or form healthy for you. They are flat out poison. Get them out of your life. I forgot the unicorn. Did I talk about Alexa? Alexa, order unicorn meat. Confirm. I didn't know I was talking about Alexa. All right. Okay, just made a test ISO, 4.4 gigs. Seems I didn't delete the previous ISO. Yeah, yep. Aluminum and dill pickles, pancake mix, nuggets. It destroys the brain and nervous system. Even if you make them from home, because aluminum is a component inside of your baking powder, in fact. Do you have any Google services on my phone? I do not. Do not have Google services. I've never logged into a Google service. He's the only anti-war candidate, though. Literally eating bacon. Stop it, Vince. Yeah, that's right. Diet food is a con. Yep. Eat more healthy fats. Yes. Cholesterol is necessary for testosterone. Yes, and estrogen production. Yep. All right, so Ben Fitzpatrick has the stream link there. So if you want to save that, we have one more segment to do, and then we will wrap this guy up. And try and keep that one 10 minutes or so. I know went vegetarian because when we were in the garden, humans didn't eat meat. But I believe something happened to us after. Well, I mean, if you look at a few things of Benjamin, number one, right after the flood, when Noah comes out, this is going to be around Genesis 11 or 12. God gives us the animals for meat, and even says the animals are now your food. The other thing is Jesus was cooking fish on the beach. He engaged in the Passover meal, which required him to eat a roasted lamb. So, you know. All right, watching on PC now. All right. Mentioning prostaglandins, impressive. I mean, I do have a PhD in toxicology. Did you know that? Yeah. And nutrition was kind of my thing. It wasn't my actual area of actual research, but it was. I did spend a ton of my personal time looking at nutrition articles because nutrition is actually what got me into science. I majored in biochemistry because of nutrition. All right, are we ready for the great Equihacks scam, people? Welcome back to Switch to Linux. Today we're talking about the great Equihacks scam. Yes, I said Equihacks, even though the title down there says Equifax. No, there's nothing about it. Let me tell you about the art outside of this, just so that we don't have any slight misunderstandings. Every corporate executive of this country, or in this company, needs stripped from their titles, all their assets need seized, and throw them in jail for the rest of their lives. Take those assets, put them in a pool. Take the company, close it down, dissolve it, grab all the assets, put it in a pool, and then divide those assets up among the American people. That's what needs to happen to Equihacks. Let me tell you why. So, of course, if you do not remember, back in 2017, there was a massive data breach which impacted literally every American adult. The undocumented immigrants may not have been included in this. They might have been. I don't know. We don't really know. But anyway, nearly every American is part of this. So after 2.5 or so years, just under 2 years, I'd say. I think this happened in September of 17. So just under 2 years later, the report finally comes out, and they're paying a fine of, it's not a massive fine, $700 million is what they're paying. $380.5 million is what is dedicated towards a, quote, restitution fund, of which every American which was impacted gets $125. With a caveat. Did you know that? There's a caveat. You can't just go, oh, give me my 125, yo. No, you can't. So, of course, looking at the background, they settled earlier this week for this piddly fine, which, by the way, $700 million. I don't know what Equihack's annual revenue is, but it's into the billions, I believe. This is a massive company. This is a slap on the wrist. All right. So $380.5 million is a consumer restitution fund, which gets divided out between the people. So you'll get approximately $125. So there is a website you can go to where you can check if you are affected by the breach and fill out a relatively simple form that lets you specify which claim you feel entitled to. Thankfully, it's not operated by Equifax, but that is the settlement administrator, JND, which handles these types of sprawling class action lawsuits and corporate bankruptcy cases. So, of course, you can go here and access this thing. So you can file your claim today. Let's file a claim online. I'm not going to enter any real personal data. I just want to have a quick look. So, of course, there's a lot of information there I have to enter. Of course, if you're filing some claim, you're going to have to do that. I don't really have much information or much concern about that part. All right. On the website, you can also check whether you've been affected by the Equifax breach by inputting your last name and the last 6 digits of your social security number. You'll get a simple "Our records indicate your personal information was impacted by the incident" message. If you're indeed infected, which infected is a better word than affected, I think, which nearly, like I said, it is every American adult. From there, you can head back to the main page and file a claim. The claim process is incredibly simple. You can also do so online or print out the form and mail it in. You can also request that JND mail you a form as well as download a form on behalf of a minor. The form asks for some simple biographical information like where you live, when you were born. From there, you can request either a $125 check or a prepaid card or free 3 bureau credit monitoring. To claim the money, and this is the little catch. Watch this. To claim the money, you need to already have credit monitoring, and you must have it for another 6 months after you claim the file. Are you kidding me? Number one, credit monitoring service is useless. It doesn't do crap. Nothing. Number two, you are going to have to go into this stupid company, this other company, and hand them a whole lot of data that they don't have about you to sign up for a credit monitoring service, which some of them are free, some of them are not. If you have the credit monitoring service, which is useless pile of horse manure, then you can get your piddly $125. So a company that I had nothing to do with, that I have never engaged in business with, that I have never provided any permission or any consent in any way, shape, or form, took up all of my data, intentionally left it insecure. We're talking this breach happened 6 months after a patch for a critical Apache patch occurred. They leaked all the data. They're going to give me this piddly amount of money, which amounts to nothing. But only if I have used the most useless service in the history of the world. Guys, a credit monitoring service doesn't do jack. All it does is it collects your data, it gives it to yet another company. And then you got to sit there. Now, some of them, like I said, are free. Some of them are paid. And then this company is going to tie into even more tentacles, into more stuff that they may or may not have already had. For what? For a little check and a fine that is, I believe, less than a month's income for the business. No. Okay? There are other companies that do the same thing. Now, in my personal opinion, every one of these companies needs shut down. I've never given them permission to collect and harvest and store all this data on me. And I bet you haven't either. We are not losing anything in the industry if we shut them down. They are grossly negligent. They are fined nothing. And every American who is impacted, which is literally every American, will get peanuts. But only if you have a credit monitoring service. If not, they'll provide you a free credit monitoring service. What does a credit monitoring service do? Well, when you go and file out credit, many of them check with one of the credit bureaus. If they actually check with a credit bureau, you're going to get a text that somebody was looking at your credit bureau report. That's it. Doesn't actually stop anything. Doesn't stop identity theft. Now, an American, you are titled, if you go to, I think it's freecreditreport.com or something like that. Look it up, make sure you have the right URL. You are entitled to a copy of your credit report every year from each of the three bureaus. So you can get 3 free credit reports a year. You have to pay for more than that. If you are on top of that, you are not going to be hit by this. But in all honesty, you shouldn't be borrowing money. And what you should do is the best thing you can do is freeze your credit. Now, this usually is a fee. I think now they're kind of becoming free. I don't remember the status of all of them now. But the best thing you can do is freeze your credit. Because if your credit is frozen, nobody can do anything to it. So it's like, here's your difference. You leave your door wide open with a little, laser that counts the people going in. Beep, 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 someone entered. Versus a giant frozen door that nobody can get into. What's better? Now, yes, freezing your credit means you can't take out credit either. Good! We are drowning in that crap. Stop putting stuff on debt. Use cash. And tell these credit companies to go jump in a lake. That's why I think Equihacks, they need to be shut down. They need all their assets dissolved. Every corporate person here needs all of their assets seized, throw them in jail for the rest of their life, and distribute the funds to the American people without prejudice. That's what needs to be happening to these guys. This crap that they're doing is meaningless garbage. It doesn't do anything. I don't often ask you to spread a video far and wide, but take this video and spread it very far and very wide. People need to be outraged about this. People need to be going down through the FTC protesting out in front about this. We need to be demanding this company be shut down for gross negligence. We need to be demanding actual personal liability of the entire executive team. They need to go to jail. They need to have their assets stripped, just like Bernie Madoff's. Take it all from him, distribute it all, what's left to everybody, and lock them up for a long, long time. Then we will clean up corporate America. Then we will not have these things. And while we're at it, let's just close down all of these types of services. There is really no good reason for them in this day and age of constant hacks and information. All right. An egg and bacon and sausage for breakfast every morning. Yep. That's the way to go. Ooh, I haven't had sausage for a while. I should get those. Take the company, jail the execs, destroy the data centers. Yep, there you go. Mike at certain angles looks like he's blackened his nose. Yeah. Wait, if I do this, I don't think I can get it with my teeth, can I? Let's try to get a big old black tooth. Anarita, no. Tell your wife this. Eggs, bacon, and sausage is infinitely healthier than oatmeal. Oatmeal, not healthy for you. Eat the eggs, the bacon, and the sausage. That's what's healthy for you. $25. Yep, that's it. Over 300 million Americans. If everyone shares the payout, we each get $1. Yep. More data collection. Yep. LOL. Enter personal data to make a claim for data breach. Irony be damned. Amen to that. Oh, boy. And by the way, guys, if you want to share this video to various platforms, wait until I release the edited version, which will be... I might release this one for Sunday because I'm not sure I'll have a chance to record another one. So I'll release this video Sunday. So if you do the live stream, it's just going to be too much stuff and it won't get the view time. So wait until Sunday, and I'll put this one up at noon on Sunday. Ever effective than just send everyone a check. There you go. Yep. Don't burn the kitty. Hey, kitty, have you been burnt? He's like, no, I'm not burnt. Yeah, add a lot of interest. Hey, how long is 2 or 3 years of interest? I mean, this has been going on a while. Scott Trade got hacked. I was offered a reduced cost on the $5 trading fee for a year. My account was one of the accounts hacked. Yeah, isn't it funny? My neighbors were perhaps saying Anna and her wife are watching the screaming guy again. Yeah, that's what Quint's mother's saying too. That's that screaming guy again. Stop this group loaning schemes. Look what happened to them. Yeah, but at least Jesus saved the sins of the world. JFK just died. Federal Reserve is not federal. Yep. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's my credit card. It gets paid the same month. I have to laugh when I get calls about transferring to a new card to reduce interest. Yep. Well, to give credit to the Chinese, they have to prosecute executives and strip their assets so they do wrong thing. However, it's the government that does determine what the wrong thing is. Yeah, that's for sure. All right, we're going to go ahead and feed the kitty. Oh, kitty. It's time. It's time. It's time, kitty. You got to jump. I'm not picking up this time. Oh, he jumped already. He's like, yeah, I'm up here, man. I think I got to refill his food dish, so he's a little hungry. Although he did get some chicken for dinner. You got some chicken for dinner, didn't you? Did you like that chicken? You only ate part of it. He does not eat people food. This is a weird cat. He does not eat people food. I give him bacon. He doesn't eat it. He walks away from bacon. I don't know what is wrong with this cat. Come on. Stick your paw in there. People like that paw. Give him that paw. Yeah, we got paw. People, we got paw, folks. Come on. Do that paw one more time. There you go. Oh, yeah, we got paw. All right. Oh, there you go. Get it. Get it. Get it. Whoop. Get it. All right. Let me see. This one here. And let's do one more for the distant camera. One more over here, buddy, because I didn't refill your food dish today, which I will do just after the stream here. There you go. Are they good? Here, you want to lick this one too? Here, lick it on the camera, though. Come here. Whoa. Here, I got a thumb that needs some licking. There you go. Yes. All right, come here. There you go, bud. All right. Ben Fitzpatrick, go ahead and drop that link in the chat there one more time for us. We will do a live show tomorrow. I think I have a topic for it, but I can't. Oh, that's right. I think I want to talk about Evil Gnome tomorrow. Evil Gnome. So catch that show, and we will see you tomorrow about 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.